so sad is like this world is like full of people selling products, and my own parents sold me out. I just can't believe like how the denial could keep going. It's like, how sick are you people? I've had like so much stolen from me over my lifetime, and then there was just no accountability. Like those people, how many ways can you poison somebody and then just avoid all responsibility? I don't know. Anyway, I've been really like concerned and kind of sad about this caterpillar because I don't think, pretty sure it's gone. If there's any energy left, it's like trying, but I don't know how I can save it, because if it's possible to save, I don't know if I can, because I think it's gone. I think it tried. At least the other one's still alive. Is there even any sound again? Because every time I do it, there's no. It seems like there is for now. I hope. But yeah, it's a bummer. At least the other one's alive still, and I don't know what happened that it got stuck by that one leg. That shouldn't have. It should have been stuck by the cremester. Very weird. I hope it was not in pain. Although I don't know how much small insects like that can have in terms of their neurological development and what they can actually feel. Thrashing around trying to pupate. I'd imagine that would be a traumatic, but that's also putting my own human lens on it. Last night, so much came out in trying to play guitar like that, and just being like, that's what needed to that's what needed to happen. Like all of this what has to happen is I have to just go full force into like actually living and like trying to do the stuff again. And then if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and just accept it and be like, done. And I should have had that since day one. My parents just are like rotten garbage. They would literally, like, they're the type of people, all right, this is what differentiates good people versus bad people. People that would keep someone like hooked up to like some like ventilator system or something that will make you suffer to the extreme, but like they would do it for their own selfish purposes to keep you around, right? That's my parents. They're not the type. They're not. There's the people that actually genuinely care, and then there's the people that will keep you around for like themselves, to exploit or to get pleasure from, or like whatever the fuck. That's my parents. I never had like real parents. And they tricked me. That's why I got the worst abuse, I feel like, by now. Because like I didn't even know that they tricked me. And it was my parents were tricking me. I'm like, usually, then I don't even know. I don't know how common that is. This whole world is too twisted. insane. And you have always like, what's left in this world too? It's like there's nobody like me, or that's just what it feels like. I can't say that, but it just always feels like there's like no, and then it's like the whole world is fake, and they're already, because obviously because they all learn from each other to be fake, and then these people rise up, and those people take advantage, and then the other ones, and then it goes on forever, and then to be smart, it's painful from every direction to be more disciplined. But it wouldn't be. It's just because my goddamn parents. Because I found ways. I found every way. And yeah, hopefully this is like the tail. Like this is basically the end of all these things. Like it had to be a long process. And then just like cementing the last parts. When my parents were supposed, like, the only thing they could have done basically at this ending part was like give me all my stuff, like just give me the stuff back that they could, period. But he didn't even try. Like that shows you how, like, he's so out in another world with my mom, like both parents, they're so in like another alternate reality, like, and they're so comfortable in it, they don't even, it's just so weird. And it was always been that way too, but it's like even worse. They're just completely hopeless. That's why, like, I used to actually, in my brain, I used to like, I used to, I used to imagine them, like, I used to think, like, at some point, they're gonna, like, be, like, they're going to just take accountability and, like, actually, like, understand how wrong the things that they've done have been. And, like, actually, like, own their stuff and, like, be adults. But that never happened. I was the only one that, like, paid for things. I'm the only one in my family. Like, it literally can't happen anymore. Like, I have every detail and kind of every contextual thing. And it always was like that. It's just now it's even, yeah, they're never fucking going back to having that kind of control over the narrative. It's like, even just yesterday, from the amount that came up, and even what I'm reminded with today. It's like, holy crap. I'm just constantly proven and reminded, like, how much I've taken. And I just kept taking it. Massive abuses. Like, massive abuses that are like, yeah, it's only possible to see, and once you add them all up and then see how that bad that would be combined with that thing, and then put every past thing that was told to my parents to prevent the pains that I live with today, that they forced on me. Every single turn of the way and every opportunity, everything I fought for. I can't forget that or omit that, and I will never forget those pains. And my parents are still going out around and just making things up every day. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. This is sick. So, like, they should be punished. The whole time, all I wanted was just decent parents. And I don't even want to punish anybody. All I just wanted to be is free. Like, I don't know what goes on in their brains, but I don't enjoy hurting people. I just wanted to have, like, a life of my own. And then the only times I ever was even mean or to anybody. It was only if I was in like a lot of pain and I couldn't like control that amount of pain or something. But I would never even hurt anybody. Like, meanwhile, my parents, they could do anything to me and then just deny it happened. And that really screwed up my head when I was younger too, because I was like, but you did do that. Like literally, I can't even, the levels of denial and then just waking up the next day and then going and doing it again is, yeah. And then how I got blamed. And I'm still being blamed for things that I don't deserve. Like, this shit has to end completely. That's what I'm saying. The fact that my parents could still go on in these texts and they're not admitting, like where he's going around in circles about the car and things like, these are financial things that cannot be denied. I fucking proved this shit for like 10 years now. I have all these texts where you're denying everything I'm saying. I told you not to do this. This cost how much more money? Then you're blaming me? You're blaming me because you didn't listen to me. You're blaming me because you forced these things that were hurting me instead of listening to me. It's just psycho stuff. Like every single thing. Like I was here trying to work my ass off and trying to earn a living for myself, even when I had a body they stole from me and it was just like in agony. And then from all directions, my pelvis was screwed up. They never just acknowledged that I have, like there's something structurally, there's something that's not right in with the base of my pelvis to begin with, which has affected my entire body since I was young. And instead of like, there's all these types of things that have base, like root components that just needed to be like addressed and like listened to. But instead, my parents just made shit up and then forced me, dude, it's just the most twisted, sick story ever. And now I can't just shut up about it. Although last night, that would have been enough had the mic worked. I know it. That would have been, I would have taken that and posted the whole thing just on my main channel because I said everything so well. And that's all the twisted shit about my whole life. It's like, I don't even like attention. I never even liked attention. But I had to like try to tell my story and get the truth out. All to just random people that, like, it's like random people show up and they're like just new to my channel. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to like tell a whole like life story and it's just impossible. And it's like you're trying to pick up here, pick up there. It's just so sick what they did. And then to have to live with it all, and my memory will not forget anything. So it's like, I know what's necessary to move forward. And I know what I got out of that last night. Now, if I could only try to do that again, I don't know if I could do it right after I already did put all that energy last night. Yeah, it's just amazing, man. To think of how many years I waited. All because my dad just insisted on me waiting for no reason. Like he could have easily helped any time. And that would have been like the obvious thing to do. But just literally for no reason, just made up things. Always had the proof that like he was just not doing it for no reason. And still do, but he would, like, that's what's so sick about all this. Like, it could be, every degree of this can be proven, and I can just not have to feel like I have to prove anything anymore. If I can, have enough support and like, but like nobody's showing me like I'm not getting this from anybody. Like I've just been it's been proven to me like that there's nobody, like almost. And then the ones, yeah, just I already know. Yeah, I don't think I think that I'm like the last of like a dying breed of like, it's probably like, because of course, what's been normalized in this world now. And I think it was already very rare. And even that, like, I'm just something that's not even supposed to be. It's not even supposed to exist. This is like so rare. But then, of course, like, what do I get is the inverse treatment. And I'm not saying like I'm some magical thing. It's just math anyway. Everybody, whatever. I have full understanding. Never again. It's like that's why they're so sick. Like I want people to like, can't express that enough. Like they would still be, they'll forever, their default like way of being, my parents, is just to gaslight and like never acknowledge anything. So they know like how I could fully, they know what would have relaxed me and like made things better. They did that the whole time. It's like I was literally telling them how I could be helped to walk around and like not have the nerve damage get any worse, or if that was even possible. I don't know if that was even preventable by then. That I know what I could have done. I'm working myself out. I need to actually like chill. I need to recoup and then try this again later or not. I don't know. That's the sad thing, is I wish it got captured. I wish everything was captured as it should have been yesterday. Like that would have been a big help. But it is what it is. If this is what happened, like I can only try my best and keep document and keep going, and regardless of anyone new to the channel or old to the channel, doesn't matter. It's just all, trying my best, and I never get fazed by anybody anyway. It's just, that's the way the world is. But the thing is, like, I know deep, like, so deep that other people, that's the most twisted shit. There's always the people that have their own egos, and then there's no way to, like, make them understand how much more painful this would be. But then at the same time, I don't like to discount others' experiences. I think that's unfair as well. That is part down to the nuance of this experience as a human and the world and all the different lives coexisting. I'm fair and honest about all of it. And then there's all the other people. That's because I'm a fucking weirdo, because I don't make anything off of being honest and like experiencing and all the stuff I learned. I don't make anything. Well, meanwhile, there's all those people selling stuff. Selling. Meanwhile, they don't even know half as much. but they got their stuff. That's what matters. They got materials, and they have what makes them feel good. And then they can make money, and then they got family that also acts the same way, or people around them that behave the same way. And it's just like a bunch of bullshit everywhere. I worked my ass off, like doing things the right way, and then like my dad like enabled these fake people to come and take advantage of me and like steal all my shit, and then like that's just, I'm even talking just music stuff, not in my body, the things that they did to me and my body, piece by piece, year by year, all the different things that they did to each body part. The pain. And then the pain of me trying to talk about it. And then the pain of the trauma coming back up. You guys will never know. You'd never know what it's like to go years with, I mean, even just talking about Suboxone or anxiety meds, the extremes that I lived through, the stories I have, I can never forget. The seizures, like fucking seizures, because they withheld my goddamn anxiety medication. When I just taken that as advice, I never abused any anxiety medication my entire life. I had that as just as directed for like 20 years. And that was probably the one medication that was actually like beneficial to me, and because even though I think had I just not been around my parents, I could have avoided that completely. I would have been healthy, and I would have just adapted and like moved on. I would have, yeah, if my parents didn't destroy my entire everything so young, I'd been able, I don't even think I'd have had an anxiety disorder if I didn't grow up around them. Like screaming in my face and then denying they did anything and confusing me. Like, this is weird fucking people. And then there was no way. Because like once I learned very young that they had this like control in society and I had no say. No matter what I said, it just got ignored. And then they were the chief people who ignored me. And then, so like this whole thing got set up like really badly to begin with. I started out my day being sad about the caterpillar because it was trying, and I was like, how do I help it? How do I help it before it's like, it seems like it's still alive, and then I don't think it's alive anymore. It's kind of just sad, or whatever. If there was anything left to try, and kept trying, and there are definitely other honest people out there that know what I know to some extent, that if they saw me, I know, then they would be like, yeah, and then they would be supporters because they would actually know who I am and see who I am enough, and then like understand the context, which so few people can actually like add up or even understand. It's just, what age are we in where it's like, dude, people don't even have an attention span to like see even like shit that's really exciting for like 3 seconds. So it's like just my whole everything I am is just like, I don't belong anywhere. I outlasted everything. And then these two psychopaths are still alive that would never have survived this long in any other generation. My parents would be dead and I would be like an old man already. But because this generation, it's like I'm almost 40, and they're like over 70 and they still did not give up the control and the abuse. Like this is insane. Like I got it the worst by far. There's no reason I should be ever talking on any of this stuff and suffering at all anymore. But it's because of every single thing my parents have done and they continue to do while pretending that they're helping. Like they're fucking monsters. I don't know how they even get up or sleep any day of the day, like any day of the week. To this day, my dad's like, I love you so much, you're my son. This is the guy I'll never forget that would go out and he would fucking throw bricks at me and chase me out into the woods, chase me around the house, scream in my fucking face every day, not allow me to ever breathe properly or like be in peace. Like I could not be calm around this guy. It's like he would make everything life and death and then scream at me when he did something wrong and blame me for every single action he did. And then I didn't even have control over my own actions. And then somehow I got blamed for the decisions he made. It doesn't make sense. It never made sense. I should have been heard in regards to these things. And then it's just like expand and expand and expand. It's like go to the music part. It's like he fucking enabled people to steal from me. He stole my entire career. He made it so like the little tiny scraps I did, I had to like release as music because my entire life was going away and that was all I had that I could even do from like a bed. And then everything I learned and pushed myself that I was gonna use to get past that. And my parents even stole that. It's like even then years later I got to this point I found another way around it. And my parents came and they just destroyed it again. It's like these are like just, I don't have any words. Every time that I even try to speak on him, it's like, it's so overwhelming still to this day. And, or potentially, I mean, I'm doing a good job lately, not getting overwhelmed. And there's nothing left but that, so. Fucking monsters, dude. The two of them are the biggest monsters. 40 something years, I mean, not 40 something, almost 40 years. Motherfucker. Man, that too dumb. What fucking monsters? That's all I can think of now. Like I gave my parents the benefit of the doubt and like so much chances, and they're just, I mean, it's even worse. Every day when I add up the context, I just can't even believe, like, oh my God, like you people, you're even worse than I thought. Even like the day before, you're even worse because I'm like, I was denying in myself just to even get by, and then I fucking realized even more stuff that was wrong. That I was like even blaming myself for on top of stuff. But yeah, I can't even really afford like streams like this. I have to like. That's why there's too much pressure on me, and this whole thing is just fucked. Cause like the whole equation is just not really sustainable. And what is this bird doing? That's so loud. Oh, I'm telling you, dude. I love the birds, but where is that? It's like I figured literally everything out. Okay, I can't say everything. I'm the only one that's fucking putting this kind of pressure on me. Everybody else fucking like doing shit like half-assed, like editing stuff. Like literally for me, everything is fucking real. Everything is pressurized. Literally decades of what I survived through, and then you got people like my parents who want to tell me shit and tell what is and what isn't. You're not gonna fucking dictate any narratives anymore, you weirdos. And all the shit you've done, you psycho lady, and same for my dad. You fucking, how do you live with yourself? Every day, my mom is there, in her mind, she's literally lying to herself and others around. Same with my dad. How do you do that? And you don't care. Because you have no fucking empathy like me. I have empathy. Okay, I just said that wrong. You have no fucking empathy like I have empathy. You don't have that. That's what I meant. Because if you did, you wouldn't have fucking went and hurt me and then done it again and then done it again and done it in all different types of ways while I'm literally telling you like years ahead of time. And that literally makes no sense. You can't just be ignoring words I've said and then say it didn't happen after. And then meanwhile, I literally have like the proof of the text 100,000 times, like on multiple 100,000 different days even. This is how long and how twisted this is. Psychopaths, dude. I can't believe I actually like just kept tolerating. Still, even now, what the fuck, man? And then like every day, I'm like reminded even more like how fake the world is and full of just garbage. And then I'm the one who's doing the shit authentically, completely, all of me, this whole fucking time. But it's like completely valueless and like nobody even sees me authentic. And not one person could add up all the context properly or even like try. And I couldn't even add up all the context because it's too much for me, like too much pain. It's a shame. I should have. If this world was better and it was like, it's just a shame the design is not. It's it's just, it's meant to be this twisted for whatever reason. It's meant to be this twisted. So that is, it is what it is. I don't know why. Maybe just to exploit people like me.